I just gotta tell everybody that I'm in such a better mood because I know football is really starting now. I just felt impressive and kind of sure that
Although I don't watch the opening because I don't want to
the
listen to all the,
wussy Pac-12.
and see all the.
Hey, knock it off.
The pro games, yeah, I know.
I told Roger, I said, he said, but they're doing the national anthem. I said, they're doing all that other stuff and they're still kneeling. I said, I don't have to watch all that. I'll watch the game, but I won't watch the beginning.
I haven't even watched the game yet.
Yeah.
Because I knew all that was gonna happen and then I wouldn't enjoy it, so I just didn't.
Yeah, so I just stay the first 5 minutes of the game out and then I go watch it.
Because I have a messaging call.
Thank you. Chuck, you happen to see Bob just last glance there?
No, I haven't seen you.
What happened? Was that? I'm afraid she'll just stay until Bob shows up if he doesn't show up, she'll stay. Barbara will still be sending the emails. So how many people are, I think we know how many people live on, do we?
So far, we have 9 people on. Now 8 people. Somebody had to be.
So to answer your question, I guess we do know.
Someone tried to put that away.
I think it was Caitlin. She was in there.
You are right.
Oh, 7. People are getting bored already.
They've seen we're sitting at the table and they went, okay, they're there. Goodbye.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 65th annual meeting of the American Southwest Credit Union. And a special welcome to those of you who are watching online. Now, this format is very different from previous annual meetings, as you probably noticed. So let's face it, for now, we live in a world of virtual reality. Fortunately, we had just enough room here to accommodate the minimum in-person attendance mandated by our bylaws. So if you're viewing this online and you have questions, please send them to us via email at annualmeeting2020@ascu.org. Our responses to your questions will be forwarded after the officer reports have been completed. I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce our board members and some staff members and the supervisory committee. And I'll start with myself. I'm Gilbert White, chairman of the board. And Mary Hyder is our vice chair. And John Black is our secretary. And Patrick Ledger is the treasurer, and he's also the ALM committee chairman. Ron Flipson, he's the director, also the chairman of the investment committee. And there's Ernie Calhoun, who is the director, and Blake Burgess, who is our newest member of the board. He's the director. And of course, Chuck Baker, supervisory committee chairman. And Curtis Peterson, who's the supervisory committee person. Brian Bartle, who is our president and CEO, and Lauren I started to say McCall, but Lauren Padgett, Executive Vice President, Brad Richardson, who is the Vice President of IT and Mortgage Lending, Kristen Gray, who's Community Outreach and Content Manager, and Catherine Philippone, who is the Board Recording Secretary. Mr. Secretary, do we have a quorum?
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Thank you. For the purposes of this meeting, we're going to appoint Curtis Peterson as our parliamentarian. You know, we're going to go through some reports here, so just bear with us. And I'll begin. During the calendar year 2019, the American Southwest Credit Union continued to operate in a fiscally sound manner. We experienced growth in spite of increased operating costs and a slight decrease in loan growth. However, we were able to provide you with improved financial services to assist you in better meeting your financial needs. Fortunately, we're not concerned with making profits for outside investors. Our concern was to cover our operating costs and provide you, our member owners, with high quality and timely services. We want to be the leader in the deliverance of quality services in our field of membership, and are thankful for you for allowing us to provide the services that you need. Our success as a credit union stems from the fact that we have a very talented staff with our CEO, which our CEO, Brian Barkville, has assembled. They are specialists, all of them, in their respective areas, and they have a members first attitude. Their goal is to provide exceptional service to our membership. Their ability to meet challenges was evident as changes were made in response to the COVID epidemic or pandemic. And our credit union members were treated with respect and concern for keeping them healthy and secure during their visits to the credit union. I want to highlight the fact that approval was granted for our field of membership expansion. Now all of Pima, Greenlee, and Graham counties are part of our service area. This is going to enable us to increase our market share, and also that's very important in this highly competitive financial environment. Plus, it's also going to give us a greater potential for future growth in southern Arizona. Coupled with this is the fact that we established a partnership with a mortgage financing company in Tucson, which will assist us in doing wholesale mortgage purchases. Hopefully, this will provide a portal for increased loan volume. One other point I want to bring to your attention is that, in addition, the new American Southwest Credit Union office in Douglas will probably be completed and ready for occupancy by the end of this year. I want to let you know that the board of directors here works very closely with the CEO and his staff and takes very seriously their responsibilities for overseeing the operation of the credit union. We appreciate your dedicated support and thank you for the opportunity to serve as your board of directors. I envision that the American Southwest Credit Union will continue to set high standards for others in the financial industry. However, we do anticipate some changes in this calendar year, primarily in the areas of technology and market share. Of course, to some extent, that's been overcome already. Once again, we thank you, our members and owners, for your support. I'll be followed by a report from the treasurer. Mary Hyde.
Did you say here? Okay. Good morning, everybody. Everybody has the report in the flyer that's been posted online. I'm going to go over a few points as Gil did. And I think we're all in the same arena with our reporting. The credit union has done very well with maintaining our posture, if you will, financially and investment-wise through the current times, and did so as well in 2019. We do recognize the hard work and diligence of the staff at the ASU here, mainly here at Fort Huachuca. We're not at Fort Huachuca. We're Sierra Vista, sorry. I did point out in my report that we are in trying times right now. The report is for 2019, but I do know that everybody is looking at today. So I did state, and I hope you all remain vigilant in your focus over 2020 as a credit union has. We've been very vigilant in maintaining your financial stability and investment stability throughout the 2019 timeframe, as well as the beginning of 2020. Our staff continues to serve you with the highest financial services and products. There's a few new products online, which I think everybody is aware of. There's a lot of web-based mobile banking. You're even able to scan your checks and deposit them safely from your home. Don't have to come to the credit union if you don't want to. Again, our deposits have continued to grow year over year with a modest growth over 2018. Our loan growth continued to grow through 2019, although as we've started 2020, those numbers are decreasing due to the uncertainty of the stability of our personal incomes. I think we all took a little step back. And as always, it is my pleasure to continue to serve on the board. This will be my last report as your treasurer. We have a new treasurer that has been appointed, and I continue to look forward to work with all the members and the staff here at the credit union. And that is my report. Thank you very much.
Just came to memory here that it appears that we are properly distanced. So if you choose not to wear a mask, you may do so. It's an optional thing. We'll now have a report from the supervisory committee chairman.
Well, I'm Charles Baker, and we kind of watch over the staff and the board to make sure everything's going well. One of our main jobs is to engage a CPA firm to audit the credit union. And last year was our last year on contract with Moss Adams for doing our audit. We're pleased to announce they concluded that the financial statement presents fairly in all material aspects the financial position of the credit union. We had Moss Adams for 9 years and finally decided it was time for a change. So I sent out requests for proposals to the top 5 credit union auditors in the country, and we ended up selecting Turner, Warren, Wayne, and Conrad to do auditing for the next 3 years. They're out of Burbank, California. Been an interesting year with them. A lot of the auditors are going to where you do a lot of stuff online early on, and then they come in and do some field work toward the end. This year, because of COVID, they're doing everything online, so we haven't seen the auditors. So it's going to be interesting. They're in the process of wrapping up and completing their audit for this year. In January, Arizona Department of Financial Institutions examined the credit union and confirmed our belief that the credit union is sound and operates in accordance with state and federal regulations. In their findings, they noted items that needed improvement. One of them was our fault in the supervisory committee. They wanted me to have a work plan. So we now have a work plan that we try to religiously follow for our monthly meetings. We also use CastleGuard to review our IT, and we're happy to announce that our IT meets sound standards with no deficiencies. And they provide us additional information on threats and actions to reduce our risk. And so we have a low risk on our IT side. You never know with what's out there how long it's going to last, but they'll keep us on our toes. Also, we use a Affirmix to assess our compliance, and Affirmix says our risks are low. And one final note, we're always looking for a new member on the supervisory committee, it seems. So if anyone's interested, please send in a resume. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll have a report from our CEO and President.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, everyone, for taking the effort to be with us today. Again, as the chairman stated, these are unusual times, and certainly, I guess if we had the foresight, we could have started way before our COVID disaster and started thinking about virtual meetings and trying to increase participation from all our membership and doing certain things like this. But, we've had such a long history of meeting face-to-face, and frankly, I miss that. I'm not sure if we'll ever go back to that. If we do, it may change a little bit, and maybe it should. But in the meantime, thank you for those of you who joined through YouTube. Thank you for those who voted this year. We have some important bylaws changes, and through those two bylaws, we received more votes than we ever had previously, the way we did it before, because votes were always in person. So again, something that may change for the future is using some of these electronic means to invite more participation from our membership. But I believe we're up to what, 1,400 voters?
Not quite, almost 1,300, 1,286 is the last count.
1286, and so that's remarkable when you think that probably our most largely attended annual meeting to this point was maybe 125 people. And so that's a significant representation increase from prior years. So something to think about going forward. Regardless, whatever external forces causes us to make changes, we usually look at them first as kind of a painful thing, depending on how forceful the external force is. And then we adapt. And I feel like over the years that we've done a good job figuring out what our external forces are and what they continue to be so that we can rise to the occasion, push out, and be able to adapt to those changes and find success. Internally, those are always things that we push for as well. Trying to find ways to improve processes, find efficiencies, improve our products and services. All those things are really something that we have to do every single day to be relevant and to find those efficiencies in a very competitive environment. Those are things that we just have to, we can't sleep on those things. We have to push forward every single day. You have my written report. I'm not going to repeat anything in my report other than just to take a few minutes of your time and just thank everybody for the opportunity to work with you. My board that's represented here today, many of you have been with me for a long time. So I think only Mary and John and Ron, Mary and John and Gil predate me when I started in 1998. So they either started on a committee and worked their way up to the board and were elected to the board. And so some of us go back 23 years. And that's a long time to be together as a management team. My own management team has been with me. I know painfully, I know on their side, I wonder if sometimes they say, when is Brian going to retire? But we have been together as a management team for a very long time. And one of the things that I point to when I'm talking to anybody out on the street regarding, what we're trying to accomplish and what we've accomplished at American Southwest Credit Union, I always give full credit to my management team because we have great continuity and we work together for a very long time. And in some cases, mostly to the detriment of our own families, we probably spend more time at work working together than the amount of hours if you add them up with our own families. And that's very typical in the working environment. So I'm going to miss that because we've had a long time together and we've been able to do a lot of very good things for you, our member owners. So again, my thanks to all of you, my board, my staff, and to the members of American Southwest Credit Union. It's been a great run. That concludes my report.
Just to clean up a few things. Mr. Peterson is our parliamentarian, and he has been checking to make sure we're doing things in accordance with Hoyle. And also, I need a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting, annual meeting.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those minutes from our last meeting. All those in favor, signify by raising your hand, please. Thank you. This part of it right here. Well, we have a slate of folks to elect for the board of directors. During the year, we had a vacancy, and it was filled by Mr. Burgess. And but we have 5 other positions which are presently being held, and we need to vote on those. Essentially, we are talking about myself, John Black, Mary Hyder, Ernst Calhoun, and who did I miss?
Patrick and Blake.
Patrick and Blake,
Not
and
John.
not John, excuse me.
Joe, Ernie, and Mary. Patrick and Blake.
You got it? Okay, do I hear a motion to,
I'll move that we accept the incumbents as
okay, well, you've heard the motion to accept the candidates by acclamation. All those in favor?
Need a second.
I'll second.
And all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Got it, ayes have it. Brian mentioned the bylaw change vote, and basically we need to get the outcome of that vote. But I give those of you who perhaps did not vote an opportunity to now indicate your choice as far as that bylaw is concerned. So all those in favor of the bylaw, please signify by raising your,
If you
you
did
did
not
not
vote.
all right. That was 5. So Kristen, where are we?
5, that would put us at 1181 in approval, 1181 in approval, and 110 in disapproval.
Seems to me that we have a simple majority, therefore it becomes law. Actually, this is something that's been approved already, and we were just coming online to accept it as part of our local bylaws. Okay? All right. Yeah. All right, unless there's something else that we need to do, we're going to close out the meeting. However, I would be remiss if I didn't make a comment or two regarding our outgoing CEO. So actually, it's with much regret, really, that Brian will be retiring at the end of this year. I have to say that the success that we've enjoyed over the past 23 years or so can be attributed to his outstanding leadership skills. And for that, we honor and fully appreciate him. He's a highly respected leader of the credit union's team, and he's going to certainly be missed. And he's also much respected and revered throughout the community of Sierra Vista and the other areas in which we have offices and recognition. So when Brian arrived here some years ago, our assets were something like 41 million. And today, those assets are at 275 million. So there's much has been accomplished, and we certainly can't knock what he's done. We're looking at perhaps an average of about 10 million in growth each year. So Brian, we thank you and we wish you God's speed. Without further ado, the meeting is adjourned.